Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. This is what I'm calling the big build, and not because it's got lots and lots of things to do, just because it is at this current time the biggest wingspan aircraft I have, which is 1800mm. So it's the Husky, it's the Arrows Husky. This is not the Ultra or whatever they call it, this is the standard Husky, but I am going to be making a few changes to it, and I've actually already done some. So the first thing I'll note is I had to buy cheap, only £7, but I had to buy a new spar because it didn't come with one, and I chased it up. The person who sold it to me said I haven't even taken it out of the box, so he would have had the same problem. Now this comes with a whacking great 13 by 7.5 prop, 2 blade, and I've decided to change it to either a 12 by 6 or a 12 by 8. I can't find a 12 by 7 or a 12 by 7.5 in 3 blades. I'll experiment with both, and I'm tempting to go for the 8 because it's only 0.5 of a pitch above the 7.5, which is a standard prop. Because I'm going to 3 blade, I had to get a 3 blade spinner. This type of spinner does not connect to the motor shaft, so I'll have to be using this original spinner's backplate for the 2 prop and marrying these up and securing them in place. Be using an AR620 as my receiver. And then I thought it's a good opportunity to use a reflex system. So what I have here, as you can see, is my Reflex 2. There it is. This has been uploaded with the programming profiles for the FMS PA18. Now the FMS PA18 is a Super Cub, 1.7 meter wingspan. This is a 1.8 and is basically a Super Cub. It'll be interesting to see how it performs with the Reflex V2 programmed that way. But I will be using it, I'll be putting it in there. Oh yes, and I've removed the American flag, and in its place I'll put the Union flag, and that's on both sides. But that's basically all I've done. The first thing we do is install the undercarriage. Let me clear the decks here, we'll get the undercarriage popped on. In order to complete the process, you're going to need 3 16mm in length Allen head driven countersunk screws. There's a lot of screws in the packet, but there are only 2 sizes. So all the smaller ones are 16mm and the bigger ones are bigger. I haven't bothered measuring them. You need this plastic piece which locks in the wiring, and you need a 2mm hex driver. Alright, let's get up here and get the mains installed. Okay, it's got a little slot here and the big slot there, so you can see the little slot is here and the big slot's there, so this goes down like that. Oh, and I hadn't realised this back piece here and here plugs into this plastic piece. It actually clips in. That's interesting. Oh yeah, it positions it all. That's in easy. Oh no, click, do you hear the click? That one didn't click, that one did. That's down. There. There. That's down. We'll just pop this on. Lovely sturdy plastic piece here. It's like a key. Put one of these in. These are screwing into brass. I'll just do it till it gets a bit of resistance. Nice and easy. A bit tighter. And what I will do is put a bit of tape over this, so if these do work themselves loose, they are not going to drop out. This one already has these pieces installed. The instructions do say you should do it. That's it, that piece is done. Next they talk about putting the main wing on, but I'm not going to do that. I don't like putting the main wings on, especially because I'm restricted in space. What we're going to do, put the tail on. And the first thing we do is place the tail plane on with the elevator. Now the elevator is nice and flexible. Okay, and that basically sits like that over these holes, no gluing at all. Then we put in our rudder and fin, at the same time making sure this plastic piece here engages with this piece of wire. Nice. There we go. So I've now locked in the tail wheel. Here's another shot of that tail, and this one has a screw that goes in the top just to hold all of that together. Now this is a long screw, this is a 32mm screw, which surprised me. I thought the long screws would be for the main wing, but they're not. The short 16mm are for the main wing. The long screws are for the tail only, and at this point I only need one of them. And that goes into there and screws in. That's tight. Wow. Okay, I think that's it. That just goes in like that. But that holds everything else in. We turn it over. Now we put two screws, the same size screws, through those holes. Alright, let's see what we're doing. Still going. And then it's starting to tighten up. So quite a lot of turning on these. It went straight in as well. Right, that's tightening up nicely. Don't over tighten them. While it's upside down, I'm going to put a piece of tape over here. And I'm also going to tape where I put the main wheels. I'm going to put a bit of my fibre tape. It's this fibre tape. Using that angle, and we're following the angle of the fuselage. That's great. So that's all stuck down. Right, now what I'll be doing is putting this Velcro over there, probably back to there. There we are. It's got a bit of Velcro. I can now fit my rear light. These are Easylights. If you follow my videos, you'd see I use them quite a lot. They are brilliant. Even on planes such as this one that have wing lights, port and starboard wing lights, and it just enhances what's already there. So that's now A, securing those screws in if they work loose, which they won't, and B, I've now got a nice tape base with my Velcro on it, so that's not going to come off. Once she's on the back with the legs in the air, this part of the belly seems absolutely ideal for a camera mount. Fibre tape's fine. I'm going to use the wider fibre tape for this because I want to cover the screws here as well as the ones on the undercarriage. But let's start here first. There's a panel line marked in here, which is just perfect. So if I bring that over there, it will follow the contour, and at the same time it will cover the screw holes on this side. And we'll cut them off, what we don't need. Cut on the plastic so we don't muck anything up. There we are. Can't see that, I'll do that. This has got some tape on it and it's covering up this hole that has a screw in it. So here's the run cams that I sling underneath these. They'll go there nicely. There, so this is the area I want to cover with Velcro.
A few moments later.
Okay, so what I've done here, I've put this fibre reinforced tape along the fuselage, also covering up these screws. And I put some Velcro on. Now this Velcro is the loop, and to me that means the loop is for cameras. If it was hooks it would be for the lights, the Easylights, but this is for cameras. I've also taped up here at the front just to make sure those screws aren't going anywhere. It's all on the underside so no one's ever going to see it. All I'm doing now is centering the servos. Throttle, that's the rudder, nothing's connected. Well, that should be centered. And then I'm going to do the elevator. That should be the elevator servo. Good fit. And given that this is level, this is in the wrong place, so I have to screw it in a bit. So I'll be grabbing that and screwing that in. That's pretty good. The other good thing about this is the balls aren't actually covered in paint, which is wonderful. So using my ball link pliers, it's not quite right. That's a bit up elevator. Not happy with that. Isn't quite right. So I want to take that off. I've snapped it. Holy shit. So let's forget about that. Let's do the rudder. That's okay. Second hole down from the top is there. And that needs screwing in as well because it's got too much right rudder. Turn it a fraction so it matches. That's it. Okay, that went together well. Let me go and order a spare set of rods for the Arrows Husky. I'll be back. Ordered these. Turns out 6 in a set because they're all the same. Ailerons, flaps, rudder, elevator, all the same length and all the same design. Pack of 6. $4.98 including shipping, and it's within the UK. So I've got the rudder connected but I don't have the elevator because I was stupid and I broke the ball. Not the ball, I broke the loop that the ball goes into. Before I install the wings, I want to do a bit of work on them. So here's a wing. these are all connected anyway. But what I want to do is just here, probably on this white part, I want to put an Easylight. Okay, so here's some clear tape. And I'm going to put it over there. And I want a bit more. It can overlap. That's it. So that's a nice area now for the Velcro to bite onto. You only need one strip of Velcro for the lights. They're narrow. And it just has to be just over the length of the light itself. So I attach the light to the Velcro and then just cut it a little bit longer. Now I've cut that one extra long because this isn't straight and it's annoying me, so I'm just going to cut that straight. Right, so now we decide where we want the light, and I want it in between these two areas, but as up level with this as possible. So we're going to want it like that. That's where I want the light. And I've just had a change of heart and I want it up next to the red. So I can now put that up there. There's my light. 3 patterns. Or 3 patterns. So that's done. I do want to mount a camera. For the camera I need the hooks, not the hooks, the loops. So we could do them there. Yeah, in here. And we're going to start from the red area and come back. And I need to go either side of the rib. And then I can just cut it across. So one more piece.